Welcome back to YouTube, everyone. We've got a brand new series here for you today where we're going to be having a little look at your golf swings and ultimately looking at a few fixes and how these fixes relate to playing a little bit better golf. So why not jump straight into this? For today's video, for the first one to kick us off, I've got one of my own clients, a lesson that I had in here this week. So we're going to be looking at his swing at the start compared to the end of a golf lesson. So bit of context to the golfer: we've got a junior golfer, really good cricketer, so very skillful individual. Only his second lesson, so only his second ever time playing golf, so pretty impressive stuff of what he's done so far. First lesson, we worked on basic setup fundamentals, so grip, stance and posture. Sent him away with a bit of work to do, bit of mirror work, bit of swing work in the garden. Second lesson he's in here now, we're going to start to advance that and start to look at his golf swing and how he can move his body to hit better golf shots and generally swing that golf club a little bit better. So let's hop straight into this now. So we can have a look here. We got video on the left, which is at the start of the lesson, and the video on the right, which is towards the end of the lesson. And just to begin with here, let's have a little look at his setup, what he's done in a week's time. Really good, nice posture, tilted over the ball, slight flex in the knees. One thing that we can see and how that relates to what we see the golf club do, feet aiming a little bit left of ball to target line. That's going to encourage this player to get his kind of swing direction working a little bit left. Which is something that we see him do in the golf swing. So if we just take him up to the top now, we can see the club work a little bit outside the hands, gets a bit lifty with the golf club. Top of the backswing there, not really much rotation going on with the body, very armsy, very lifty with the golf club. Because of that, on the way down now he gets his arms working back out towards the golf ball. We see the strike out the heel, not much movement going on with the feet, the upper body. Heads down for a very long time, generally struggling a little bit with a strike. One thing that we can see those feet a lot square in relation to the target line. That is going to align his hips and chest and shoulders a little bit straighter as well. So one thing I want to just draw your attention to is his little logo there on his shorts. So if we just take him to the top before, we can see that logo stays relatively centered in relation to that circle. One thing that we do see now after is his logo start to work a little bit more behind that circle. His arm swing has got a little bit deeper at the top, so you see his arms working a bit more behind his head as opposed to minimal earlier. And this was just a simple concept of how we actually rotate in the backswing. So when we actually look at hip turn, it's not just a horizontal flat axis. We actually have to change the flex of our legs. So our legs here, or Gabe's legs here, his right leg is going from a flexion into an extension. So he's straightening that right leg, offering him more hip turn, which is in turn offering him a bit more shoulder and rotation with his upper body as well. So that's how we can see that club in a much deeper position at the top of his backswing there. What effect has that had on the downswing now? If we just draw a line here from the butt end of the grip down to the ball line, if we take Gabe earlier at the start of the session, we see his arms get a bit out in front of that line, down to P5. If we look at him now from a deeper position, more rotation, the club is naturally working a little bit more inside, hand path working in a little bit more, club following that line as we take him a little bit further through now. You can see earlier that strike out the heel and pulling a little bit left with the arms, low left golf shot. Now we can see that strike right out the center of that golf club. Really great strike there that he's put on the golf ball, and we can start to see his head, chest, everything working a little bit more towards a target line as opposed to earlier where there was minimal rotation going on with the upper body. One thing that we will still work on is a little bit of right foot, right leg action through the golf ball, getting him rotating a little bit more, get his mass moving a little bit more towards the target. But really good changes there just through a simple concept of him working his right hip a little bit differently to the top. So you can see a bit armsy, and now he's got that right leg working a little bit differently for him to the top. Let's flip over to face on, see what changes that we see from that point of view. Okay, so now we see Gabe here from a face-on perspective, and I'm going to circle that same logo here on the right side of his shorts, and we're going to take him to the top of his backswing. And earlier again, you can see not much movement going on with that logo in relation to that circle. After we got him to understand how he has to rotate to the top, you can see that right leg start to work a little bit differently. So you can see it start to straighten and actually rotate a little bit to the top. We can see a little bit more rotation with his shoulders at the top of his golf swing if we go shoulder to shoulder there. And one key thing that we're going to see on the downswing now is actually how his head operates to gain a little bit of rotation through the shot. So if we take him kind of halfway through, again we see the feet very flat on the floor. We see a little bit of his mass go back behind his center line here. If we have a look at him now with that same line drawn on his center, we can start to see that head start to rotate forwards. We can start to see that right knee start to tuck in. We can start to see that head actually start to go up towards the target line as well. So a complete different golf swing there. Still a lot to work on, but a huge improvement. For his stages of learning for this, we gave him 3 thoughts. So one was to square his feet up to begin with, to start in a great place. The second thought was for him to rotate that logo and get it feeling like it was working behind the right heel, so extending his right leg, rotating his hips correctly. And then the third and last one was just getting his head actually working back towards the target line on the way through. So a simple concept of right leg extending, head, chest and hips then working back towards the target gave him much better compression of his golf shots, a lot more consistent strike, and again for a second lesson, really great positive improvements there. I think next for him, we're going to start to see this right knee start to tuck in forwards if we can, and we're going to see this right foot start to work up a little bit more towards the target. But I mean, for a second lesson, absolutely brilliant stuff there. So if there's any of you that have had the advice to keep your head down, I'd definitely start to get that head working up. It'll help support the rest of your body on the way through and get you actually rotating through the golf shot a little bit more. So if there's anyone that would like their swing analysed and looking at as part of a video, go on Instagram, upload your video to a story or a post, tag TNPGA Swing Fix, and maybe we can get you in on the next episode, analysing your golf swing, giving you some things to work on, ready for the golf season. So I hope you enjoyed this form of video. If you liked it, please leave a thumbs up, comment and subscribe, really helps the channel grow. Thanks for watching guys, and we'll see you soon.